Good morning, welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. Thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's doing well today. And are you guys having difficulty hearing me in these videos? Because I know what's going on. I don't have a door on this room yet. And so I think I'm speaking more quietly because I know I can be heard. And you guys know I don't like when somebody can hear me, even though it's just Mark and he's super supportive of me doing this. I still don't like to speak very loudly. It's just being self-conscious. But anyway, okay, so I have a solution for the pages poking out. I'm waiting on Mark to help me with that. So once he does that, once he does what I need him to do, then we'll be able to work on the fix. So I'm not worried. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be cute and kind of eclectic on the cover edges. And it was actually Mark's idea. So yay, Mark, for helping me, because I was like, I can't believe I did this. But I know what I did wrong. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know when I do little golden books, I typically build out the spine on the front and back because I know I'm cutting that off. So I need to extend that so that it doesn't do what this is doing. And I forgot that. It's been a while since I've done a children's book. So that's on me, squarely on my shoulders. I made a mistake. It happens. If you're working on a project and you make a mistake, it's okay. Just breathe and either use a phone a friend. You're welcome to contact me. I'd be happy to try to help you. Something, but don't get mad at your project. Walk away for a minute and come back to it, and then usually a solution will present itself. In the middle of me being super frustrated with it, Mark says, oh, well, what about this? And I said, oh, I like that idea. Let's do it. So we have a workaround, which I'm very grateful for. And I think it's going to be fine. And I just totally lost my train of thought. So anyway, moving on, there's a solution. I hope it works. It has to work. There's just no option. Oh, Mark and one of my friends both said, well, why don't you just cut the pages? And the reason that I don't just cut the pages is because these images go to the very edge of the page and I don't want to cut the images off. I can't bring myself to cut them. Like I would be cutting this little monkey's arms off. I don't want to do that. So we're not cutting the pages. We are just going to extend the cover on the outside versus the inside and in a decorative way. And that's all I'm going to say about that until I make sure it's going to work. Okay, so I have this spread laid out. I laid this out before I left for the dentist yesterday morning. And so I want to start getting this glued down. And I have some scraps here, a couple, well, I don't. I have a couple of scraps here that I'm going to make little tags out of. And then I had this piece and I thought, oh, that'd be cute. I want to back him. I want to like mat that one. And then this one I'm going to make a big tag out of because I think it would be really pretty and can be journaled on. So that's my plan there. And then, like I said, these I'm just going to cover, make little tags on, because this side you could write on with no problem, and this side I think you can write on with no problem. So I'm going to cover that side. Okay, so what we're going to do is work on this. This one I'm going to leave as a pocket because I want to be able to tuck this tag in here. I think that would be really pretty. I thought about leaving this one as the pocket, but I think I'm going to do the blue one, even though that's blue sticking out of blue. So should I do that? That's an excellent question. I may rethink that one, but that's okay. In the meantime, let's mat this. I'm going to ink all these little pieces. I thought about leaving this little It's a Boy announcement as a pocket, but I like these little horsies here and I don't want to cover the bear or anything. So I don't think I'm going to do it. And they're facing in and the ducks are facing in. So I don't want to like interchange those. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it because we all know I'm the queen of overthinking. So let's set this aside for a second. And then I want to just measure this little guy. And I guess it's straight, but I'm just going to like put him down on that. I think it's really cute. I am going to trim that just a little. I don't know if you can see. It's got like a really dark red at the top and it's really visible on this paper. So I'm going to just barely trim that off there, just to take that off, just to take that edge off like that. And there's a little bit of white at the bottom. So again, just barely going to take any off. He's so cute in his little fix-it shirt. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and the edge too. Well, I just might as well trim the whole thing off. Back in the day, I guess school pictures probably still come this way. You have to like take them apart and cut them and all that good fun stuff. So, all right. Okay. So I hope everybody's doing well. I think I said that already. Oh, I got really good news. So, you know, I'm got to have my foot surgery on Tuesday. And I thought that I better pay attention. Hang on. I'll be making a mistake. All right, so this is approximately 2.5 inches. So let's go like 3.5 inches that way. And this one is like, so we're gonna go 3.5 by 4.5 on this. What was I saying? Oh my gosh, I've had my coffee. You would know that, would you? Oh, I have my foot surgery on Tuesday, so I thought I was gonna be completely incapacitated for a while, but I'm not. He's actually going to send me home partial weight bearing, so I'm not going to be as bad off as what I thought. I do have to elevate. I still have 3 days that I have to be down, which is fine. I'll take it all day long. I'll take it. But I don't have to, I'm not going to be 100% down like I thought I was. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's just ink around this a little bit. I was trying to clean my table up yesterday. My brother called, and listening to him, I was trying to clean up a little bit and just put some stuff away. Oops. I'm trying really hard to keep stuff cleaned up, and it's not that easy. I think that I am just a messy creative. I am not a little tidy creative. So I sorted my little scraps into piles over here, and I, you know, put some stuff away. I did what I was supposed to do as far as trying to keep this clean, but gosh, it's so hard because I do find that I didn't trim that very straight. I have to fix that. I reach for things, and I don't have, like, when I moved over here, oh my gosh, I threw bin after bin after bin of scraps away. I couldn't believe it. And how many scraps I found that I threw away. And I was making up a song. I gotta think of what it was now. I was texting my friend. Oh, another bin bites the dust. Because I kept finding them. I'm like, oh my gosh, how many stinking scraps can a person have? And then my girlfriend, my other friend, she says, oh, I got scraps I can send you. I'm like, well, at least your scraps would be fun. Because she does all kinds of mixed media, grungy type stuff. But anyway, I was just like, I have so many book pages and music pages and stuff like that. Like, I don't need that many scraps. So, and I dig and dig and dig and dig and dig through them. And then I don't use them because it's like scrapbook paper and stuff, because I've seen them so many times. But I didn't, oh, I used the water-based one. Crap, I meant to use 3-in-1. Because that will show. Oh, Jody. It's all right. Okay, one's down now. Nothing I can do about it. It's on there. Don't use water-based paint on pictures. I mean glue on your pictures. Hopefully the seal on the back of that's going to be good enough. All right. I'm just going to gently press that down to make sure it's good and down. Yeah, so cute. All right. Oh, my nose is still running, you guys. Oh yeah, I like it matted like that. And that's gonna give this some layering effect, which I think we're gonna like. Okay. I didn't cut that very straight either, did I? Maybe it's the paper. We're gonna go with it's the paper. Okay. All right, let's ink this one. Hopefully this isn't too boring for you. It's just doing a spread. So anyway, yeah, so I'm glad about my foot. So that's Tuesday. Today's what? I don't know. Oh, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Okay. So that one's going to go there. And I could make that a little shorter on this side, but I definitely don't want the ducky, and I don't want to cut the boy off. So this one's going to be centered on the page like that. I'm not inking the announcement. How about being screen? Okay. Yeah. And then this one's gonna overlap here. Yep, yep, yep. I didn't cut that straight either, did I? I don't think I had my glasses on when I was doing this. And I was talking to my brother. I'm mumbling, I know. Okay, so I'll get all of these glued down. I'll get that page glued down, and then I will come back. But it's gonna look a little bit like that. I think it's gonna be cute. I feel like I want some maybe blue rickrack or something on here, but oh, yellow would be pretty. So just a little tip, if you're doing pockets and you want your little doodads to line up, your little thumb notches, just hold your two pieces of paper flush together. Make sure they're flush. And then you could just snip them at the same time. And then that way they line up. So then when you put them on your paper or on your page, you know, they can see, and then your thumb pulls should be in line with one another, assuming you glue everything straight. So anyway, just a little tip for you there. Okay, some things just take me forever to figure out and do, but I'm happy with this page finally. It's not been without a lot of, oh my goodness, phone a friends and Mark and just getting help. But anyway, this is what I settled on. So this page will flip out, and there's a little journaling card in here. Gotta clean that glue up, it made a mess. I'll figure something out there. And then this flips out, so this can be journaling space as well. Oops, you can't see that. This I was gonna glue down here, but it's an old Similac card from 1990, and I didn't want to cover it up, so I hinged them. Okay, and then I'm still thinking I might put like something in here, but I don't know, because it's kind of a bulky spread. And then on this side, I have two log tags in here. And then this pulls out, and I made it a ticket shape because you guys know I love the ticket shape. And I just felt like the back of that was, I wasn't gonna back that Polaroid, but then it was getting like, I thought like it might need some support. Stop saying like. And then in here, I just have, you know, a little journaling card and just a little ticket. I was trying to use the scraps up. This is a piece of the denim, a remnant from doing the cover. And then, so yeah, so that's that page. It's pretty substantial, but I mean, there's not going to be any more baby pages, I think. So this will be a good, I think, tribute to this, and gives mom room to make notes for him when, you know, to add some stuff. There's lots of spaces, and maybe sister can say, hey, you know, what also. So anyway, so that's that page. I'm going to keep working. Like I said, it's a rainy day, and I told Mark, I said, I really want to try to focus on this today, but I'm never going to make any progress if all of the pages take me this long. And I did the rickrack here because I just really thought it needed a little bit of a brighter element, because it's kind of a washed out spread. I mean, this paper's cute, but I don't really do cute that much. But because it's a baby spread, I think it's perfect. So anyway, so there's that. I will find another page and figure out, what else I'm going to work on. And what I did was I got the envelopes out yesterday morning and just started like digging through them, because these are the bits that I really need to make sure I'm incorporating in here. So hopefully I can make some more progress, get some more pockets put in here with just some journaling space. It's not going to be like super heavily embellished. I love this page. I love it so much. On this page, I'm debating on whether to put stickles on the little teddy bear's bow. But if I do decide to do that, then it's got to be at the end of the day where it can sit overnight and completely dry, because the stickles will stick to this if I don't allow it to completely dry. So that's where I am, and I will pick another page and get a plan, come back, and then this video probably won't be like super long. Like, I love this. So this opens, so that's journaling space. And then what I need to do is just put a tag, or you know, pieces, cardstock under here is like a tag to journal on. But I really like the look of that. And it's even something where maybe they want to tuck a picture. I'm not sure, but I love that page. Anyway, okay, so moving on, we'll pick another envelope, get a theme, and keep going. Okay, so it's the next morning, and I worked really hard on this yesterday. I'm not done yet, but I'm a lot closer than I was. I still have to do the Harry Potter pages, and I'm not going to be able to replicate exactly like I did the sisters because the information is different and the shape of the information is different. I also found a font on my computer that I think looks really cool and like serves itself to wizarding. But anyway, so I just still have to do that. Their colors are blue and bronze or blue and silver, depending on what you read. It technically says blue and bronze. I don't have bronze paper, but I have this fabric, and so I'm just gonna match the papers to the fabric. I know that's Hufflepuff, but I could do green, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna go with this. Oh, this is what never mind. Not that fabric, just kidding. This one is what it matches, so I'm gonna go with it. And then, because it's what I have. I looked at my like foil color papers, and I don't have bronze. I have silver and gold and copper, but not bronze. Okay, so this is our workaround for the cover. So Mark had seen my ruler here the other day, right? I was using it and he was like, oh, and I was like, you're not using my wooden ruler. But I like that idea. Do we have a yardstick? Yada, yada. I don't have a yardstick that I can cut up. I mean, we do, but it's really thick. So it wouldn't be conducive to this. So he went and got me a couple paint stir sticks. And what we're going to do is put them on here like this. Now you'll see the back side of this is really, hopefully you can see that color difference. Hopefully that's showing. This one, I just took my distress ink and brushed it, and then took my wipe and wiped it, and it really brought the grain out in the stick. If you don't know what the grain is or what that means, it's the lines that are in the wood. That's called the wood grain. So, and then I thought, well, I'll distress it a little more. And so I went digging around in Mark's tools, or in his goodie bins, and I got this lag bolt out. And I've already whacked my thumb once, so let's hope I don't do that again, because I wanted to test it to see if it was going to work before I showed you. So I took it on its side with my hammer and I whacked it, okay? I did it on its end and whacked it. That's how I got my thumb. And then I was hoping I could get more of this hex shape in there, but I can't. I don't have, with that lid on, or with that lip on there, I can't get it. So I may go dig out a bolt. I don't know, because I kind of like it like it is. But anyway, so then what I did is I went back over it with my distress ink, and then went back over it with the wet wipe, and that allowed the ink to stay in those marks. I also hit it with the hammer. I'm not doing that because it would be very, very, very loud for you. And this hammerhead has just about seen better days, but I don't know. I swiped it from probably Mark's toolbox or picked it up at a yard sale because it's good to have in my craft room because it's small. I mean, the head on it is like less than an inch. So it's good to have in here. But anyway, so I'm just going to continue with this process. Now you'll see these ends are like this. There's nothing I can do about that because of the handle on the paint thingies goes like in and then back out and up. So hopefully it's got like a curve in it, almost like a thumb notch on both sides. So put it in our terms for those of you who may not be familiar with hardware stuff. So anyway, I'm going to distress this one. I may do this one a little bit more. I thought about adding maybe some blue or black ink to it, but I don't want it to be so dark you can't see the numbers. Then on the edges, I'm going to probably just ink those. And on this back side, because there's all of this, I'm gonna try my sanding block. If my sanding block doesn't work to get that orange off, then I'm going to just paint them. But I'm hoping I can get that orange off, or at least most of it, because nobody cares about what you can do with your paint supplies. But anyway, and you guys know we just painted this room, so, I mean, we still had paint, but we used paint that we had, I guess I should say. But with all the rooms that we've painted in here, you know, you get stir sticks when you buy paint, so that's really great to use these and have them. excuse me, on hand. I'm trying to have my coffee. So I'm going to continue with this one, and then I'll try to sand the back of this one. I'll show you the sanding block that I'm using, which we just got a pack at. I mean, I had some. You can get them at Home Depot, or you can get them at Harbor Freight too. They just come in a really big pack at Harbor Freight. But we both needed them, so we got a big pack at Harbor Freight. So I'm on hope that those work. I mean, I could go use the actual sander on them, but they're so little, I think they'd be fickle, and I probably would end up sanding my hands versus the paint sticks, because that's how things go when I do them. All right, so I'm going to continue with these. And I did not film working on the book yesterday very much, because I was just trying to go through all the envelopes with the pictures and figure it out and see what I had, and go from there. So I don't even remember if I showed you the baby page and what I ended up doing. I think I did. I added some blue rickrack, some pockets, lots of little journaling spaces. So like, yeah, if mom wants to talk about her favorite memories or whatever, she can add those in here for him before she gives it to him. Okay, so, all right, I'm going to distress this one and ink it again. I will get the sanding block and see if we can get the paint off of the back side. Okay, so I've beat it up some more and did a little bit more on the other side, because I figured out if I hold the hammer at like a little bit of an angle, because this is so marred. I don't know if you can see that, but that head is pretty squished down. It gave me more distress, I guess. Is that focused? It's hard to see. It's gloomy this morning, so it's kind of dark in here. And I'm just using my brush, and I'm really just trying to make sure I'm getting down into those distress spots, because I want that ink in those spots, because then when I take my damp baby wipe over the top, it should leave, well, not should, it does leave the ink in the marks. So this one I've already inked a bunch of times, and you just got to kind of work at it, you know, and it lightens, you can, I don't know if you can tell on screen, but it lightens that up a lot, you know, and I can still see this little doodad here and those words, so I may sand it and ink it again, but I don't want to mess with this side too much, because of the distress, and I don't know, I'm shaking you, I'm sorry. Let's just see. I have only inked this the one time. So let's see. Does that come off? It does kind of come off. I know I'm shaking you guys, so I won't continue to. Oh, I just went against the grain. Always go with the grain when you're sanding. Okay, well, I just got that wet. So now I have to let that dry. So I will allow that to dry. Do the same. Now this one has like quite a few layers of just the Distress Ground Espresso ink on it. And I'm going to do the same to this one. I'll ink it and just build those layers up until I'm happy with the color. But I'm going to try to sand this off. Now, mind you, when you sand, it makes a mess because you're sanding and creating dust. So if you have things maybe on your desk that you don't want to get dirty, maybe take it outside, and just be aware that when you sand paper or wood, it creates dust. So just be mindful of your workspace and what's around you when you're working. Okay, so I'm just going to continue, and then I'll come back when it's done. So I'm pretty happy with being able to sand those off. So it does take some elbow grease. I mean, it really, you got to use some, you know, pressure to get that off. And you can see my sanding block has paint and bits in it. I'll have to take this into the other room over the big trash can and beat it, or take it outside and beat it, because a lot of this will come off of the sanding block, but my trash can in my craft room isn't big enough to get a good whack on it. So I'll do that to this side as well. And maybe because I haven't inked this one, I'll put a little bit more effort on that one, but it's in the background even on this one, so I'm not too worried about this side of it. But this side is what's going to be to the outside, so I didn't want all of that print showing, but I think that wood showing out there is going to be kind of cool. And then again, I'll ink it, and that'll give it like a stained effect, but that's going to help protect those edges. And then I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to somehow embellish this side or not. I'm not that far yet. What I do know though is before I mount these, I need to mark where it's going to be and then drill a hole in here for my tie closure, because I want to put a closure on this. I've just got some, like, what is it? Some thread I got it, or I don't know what this is. Anyway, I just think I got it in the 12 Days of Christmas stuff, and so I think it's a good, you know, tie to put on here so that it stays closed. And I don't necessarily think that a bow makes it masculine, but it needs to have a closure so that it can stay closed. Oh my goodness, I need to finish my coffee. But anyway, so I'm just gonna keep working on this, and then when I come back in the next video, it should be attached and have the hole in it, and be ready to go. And in fact, I think I need to look at my hardware and see what I have that I might be able to do something with. Or what I might do is put some of these smaller gears down the edge of that. Let's just see. I might be able to embellish it with some of these smaller gears here and just add a little bit of interest to it. I don't know, we'll see. But that just adds a little something to it. I don't think those are quite big enough for the impact that I want. So I don't know, I'll play with it and see. So that way before I mount it, I can do whatever to it. But I definitely want Mark to put a hole in it, or I can drill it. The drill bits are a little bit fickle to work with. So I'll see what I have that I might be able to use on that. That would add some interest to that. And maybe I'll even distress that side as well. Maybe I should do that since I got all that paint off there. I was thinking I was gonna have to paint it, but now I don't have to paint it. So, okay, anyway, well, thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.